Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Foundry. We are doing pretty well. I am just waiting for these to finish off. They are. I'm going to remove them. 1, 2, and 3. They really weren't offering too much anyway. I'll get rid of that. We do have our little power production plant over here, which is satisfying what we need completely. So right now we are using, kind of maxing out at about 1 megawatt. And our output from this is 1.8, so we're looking fine there. I've increased in between episodes. I increased the number of smelters. So we have 8 on each side now. We also have 4. I still don't know how these numbers work. I don't know how this thing produces, but it does. I have got the xenoferrite plates and the technum rods coming up onto this platform. They are going through. Now, there may be some confusion, but the way these double, what are they called? These 2-lane loaders. The first lane actually doesn't load anything, so it's like a bridge. You can just shove stuff underneath it, and it doesn't affect the machine that it's going past. The second lane is to grab stuff from a further away conveyor belt. So that's basically what it is. And obviously it does the same for offloading. And I didn't really see this at the beginning, but you can toggle intake output, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Don't want to mess with that too much. It does automatically detect it quite a lot, but sometimes you have to kind of tell it, no, this is actually an output. So we have these building blocks automated. Very simple because it's just the plates and the rods. They go through. And I've got them going into a container. We have 1,600. Now, you can cap these, and I think I have in other cases, but not these two. And there's a reason for it, because I was looking through the tech tree. We'll get to that. The second machine is making the machinery parts. The machinery parts are going through on their own belt down in that direction because they are being used for the conveyor ones and also for the science pack ones. Science pack ones, I have a few in stock now, so I should probably start thinking about doing some research. And also, yes, these machines, they don't take in very much. They have very little internal buffer. They take as they need, which is pretty much the same as what the power producer, it only produces what it needs. So it's not taking 100% of the resources just to keep pumping power that is just flying up into the air and not being used. Anyway, but that's where we are. So I suppose let's get stuck in. First things first, let's go and look. Now, before we do that, let's go and have a chat to our little robot guy. Where are you? C3BB, there you are. Okay, I can summon him back. Hello. All right. We can pet him. Hello, little guy. All right. Science Pack 2. Now, they want to expand smelters. I think I've already done that. Yep. And that is a new task, is the Science Pack 2.
Will provide a good supply of plates and rods.
Jeez, Cole, again. Right, okay, so we need to go right in here and have a look at the research. Now, I realize that if it's red, doesn't mean that you don't have the science packs for it. It means that there's a prerequisite. So, in other words, for me to do this inventory size increase, I need to do this character improvement first. I can't say I'm terribly excited to jump on that. Science Pack 2, however, does need it. So I do need the character improvement to be able to do that. So character improvement is happening. And it only takes 5, so that's fine. So the research will happen. Now, if you have a look at Science Pack 2, the requirements for Science Pack 2 are conveyors and building blocks, which conveniently have very full containers right here, which means that I could take one of these assemblers, put it in the middle, feed it from both sides, and boom, we got Science Packs 2s coming out that can go straight into this machine. That's fantastic. I did make one mistake though. I didn't put any buffer onto the plates and rods. I will think about how I'm going to do that at some point. But in the meantime, our research is happening. So that's good. Let's rotate that this way. I do happen to have an assembler with me. So this is what I'm going to do. Ah, I made a mistake, which I think I might be able to get away with. Okay, my inventory size has been increased by 5 slots. That's good to know. Okay, I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to try and find a way to solve my problem. No, it's not a problem. But I do need to sort out some more loaders. I haven't automated them as yet. I am not entirely sure if I'm going to. It'll depend on what other dependencies there are for them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to put that over there. Put that there, and put that there. Now the belts. I'm going to run this one into there. Run this one into there. And then I'm going to use... actually, I can use the smaller one. It's fine. And then run a belt out this way into a storage box. I'll put the panel... Which way have I put the panels on the others? This way. Put it like that. Put one of these in over here. And this is currently empty because that hasn't been configured for anything, because I actually haven't researched what I need, which is Science Pack 2. And that needs 30 Science Pack 1s, which is really not a problem. Ah, research has started. Alright, here's another cool thing that you can do. If you open the containers, you can limit the number of stacks that are stored in them by clicking this plus button to block off slots. And then you don't have to worry about them anymore. So you can have just one stack of something if you want. I'm just going to let this one go crazy because we do need a lot of these over time. Because it seems that every upgrade needs all the previous science packs plus the new ones. Alright, as you can see right here, this is showing as an intake. It's not, it's an output. And this one should also be an output. That's an intake. This is an output. And this is an intake. Good. And then I can take one of... Oh, not that one. That one. Take that one. Put another one on this side. This will be an output from there and into there. And that's it. That means that we are ready to start with Science Pack 2s when that happens. And once we've done that, C3BB will be able to give us some guidance on what to do next. Or maybe not, because I thought that the tutorial was finished. Science Pack 2, yeah, okay. Just need to complete that. Hey there.
Right. For more advanced research to develop.
Alright, I've had enough of you. But anyway, with this little kind of mall setup, I can come along here. We've got these. I can just, well, mind you, I've got quite a few of them. Auto sort. There we go, it stacks them. So I can grab a stack if I want, and off I go, and I can make some more platforms, which I could do right now. There you go. That's expanded. So I am still kind of learning the ropes on how this all works and what's needed for what. I'm pretty sure that the factories will become much bigger. I'll have to push up production on a lot of this stuff. I have more than one assembler building things. But at the moment, you know, for the early game, this is sufficient. It's doing everything that we need it to do, and a bit more. 47% to Science Pack 2. Good. And with all the stuff that we've made, we actually haven't made too much of a dent in the ores. So, not to worry, the ores will last quite a while. Still don't know if I have too many of these miners. I honestly have no idea what their production rate is. It fluctuates so much. That's about the best view we're going to get of our command station up there. That's looking a little bit worse for wear. But yeah, it seems our mission has changed from whatever it was to making sure that we can get that ship back up. Otherwise, we could be stranded here. Good news is we have another xenoferrite ore spot over here, which is like very close to the one that we've already got. We have another technum ore over there. We have another xenoferrite over there. And then we've got an unknown resource over here, which is in the mountains. And then another one right next to our current technum ore. So it'll be interesting to see what that is when we eventually get there. Ah, the sound of Science Pack 2 being unlocked. Excellent. So all we have to do now, come in here, configure this to do Science Pack 2. And with any luck, we'll see some popping out here soon. Okay. Those are being taken in. Those are being taken in. Good. Right, there we go. There's a Science Pack 2. Excellent. Good news. All right, let's research something else. Actually, maybe that's a bad idea. Let's go and see what C3BB wants us to do. Yeah, question mark. Right, Science Pack 2 completed.
We are making great progress.
Oh, that is that then. Thank you. All right, so now it's up to us. We need to just keep expanding. So let's see. What do we research now? We can get more inventory space, another 5 slots, a container without loader support. Well, I suppose this is for private stuff, but it's got 32 slots. So much bigger than the one we had. We have decor, basic shapes and paint roller. Now that's interesting because that unlocks all the decor parts, including office furniture, executive office furniture. Ooh, we're going to be able to build bases. Excellent. Railings. Oh, that looks like fun. What is that attached to? Walkways, escalators, and conveyor mark 2s, which require... Oh, the speed is fast. 320 items per minute. We might be expanding things quite a lot. Interesting stuff over there. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Character crafting speed. That might be a good one. Logistics container. With 16 slots, loader support, yes. Don't need anything that big right now, I don't think. But that needs steel beams. So maybe steel beams? That leads to assembler 2s, to piping, and ore refinement. There's stairs, explosives. I'm going to do those at some point. But let's do basic steel making. So that'll give us a xenoferrite ignium ore blend, steel beams, a crusher, and advanced machinery parts. Okay, more stuff that I'm going to have to automate somehow. All right, start. And that one actually needed... Oh, it needed 35 of each. Interesting one. There we go. This is empty. So these will get sucked in pretty quickly, I think. But the reason for this box is it's a buffer. So when we're not doing anything and running around, we're still going to carry on producing, but they'll just get stored. So when we do want to do research, we'll have plenty of stuff to do it with. But it seems we have a mission. Little guy over here. Hello. All right. He wants us to do high voltage power. So we're going to build 2 boilers and 2...
guidelines say we're using suboptimal energy.
Jeez, Carl, I was talking.
Only steam turbines provide maximum efficiency. We need to fix that.
Right, as I was saying, 2 boilers, 2 steam turbines. Cool. And let's see, what do we need for that? Now, I did a couple of researches. Okay, where is... what is high voltage? There's high voltage grid. All right, there's going to be stuff that we need. We need basic steel making. I know we got that. We do have that, don't we? Yep. Okay, and that's unlocked steel beams, crushers, advanced machinery parts, xenoferrite. I'm going to have to change the layout. This is a bit of a learning curve in this game. I don't know how big things get. I don't know how the factories need to be laid out and spaced. I don't really want to run a bus. I don't know if it's necessary. Maybe it is. I might get there. But let's focus on getting to our high voltage energy grid. To do that, we need piping. So pipe intake, and a plumber tool. Okay, we'll start that research. Get that going. Look at that. We've got greenhouses where we can farm biomass. And there's pumps and power pole mount. The fact that we're doing pipes leads me to think that... Oh, it's noisy here. We probably should get to the water. And I built this platform out here because we got these crusher things. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with them. I just know that one of the things that we can make is steel. And steel needs xenoferrite ignium ore blend. And for that we need xenoferrite ore rubble and ignium ore rubble. And that rubble is made in the crusher. So we're going to make some crushers. We're going to bring some ignium ore over. I have already sort of changed things up. This xenoferrite can come through this way. The ignium can come through from this side. Yeah, I've got a storage box up here. That's why it's sucking everything it can out, and it's taking what it needs to go into the burner, but putting the rest into storage. So what I can do then is just continue this line. So we'll grab this. We'll send it out that way. And then we're going to have to bring the xenoferrite down somewhere. Let's have a look at these crushers. There's the crusher. Let me do 2. I think. Maybe. Yeah, I'll do 2. And they are built. So I will drop them on which taskbar? This one. I'll put them over here. Let's just pop one down quickly and see what it does. Okay, crusher, config. Okay, so that needs the rubble. Wait, hold on. How do we make the rubble then? Okay, so this just makes the ore blend in the crusher. So where do we make the rubble? I don't know. Is it something that you make in a smelter? No, it's not. Oh, it's definitely not the assembler. What am I missing? All right. Well, while I'm letting my head clear on that one, I am going to put some of this ore into a box as well. So basically, all I do is put it over there. I do realize that I'm closing myself up from expanding these further, because the belt holds 160, but there are better belts that will hold 320, which will allow me to put more through, and that means I could have up to 16 of these smelters. But not sure. All right, anyway, let's just finish this. This we'll set as an input. Get some belts and pop them through like that. All right, so for now it's just going to get stored. At least then we have a backup. So whatever is not being used by these machines will just go through and it'll hit storage. Good. Now I don't understand why they would go and confuse someone like that. The recipe specifically says xenoferrite or rubble, not ore, but it seems to work fine if you put ore in. I put the panel on the wrong side again, so can't see what the rates are. But okay, there we go. That's working. I might want to set this up a little differently if I'm going to expand. But at the moment we're getting stuff. So what do we need? What else do we need? How are we doing? We're almost done with piping. All right, so we're back. We're still on this. We're getting the xenoferrite ignium ore blend. And advanced smelter or smelter will make steel beams. And we need steel beams to make pipes and pipe intakes. Okay, good. Can do that. All right, we are almost finished with piping. See, how much... okay, science pack 1s, I got 132 in stock. Science pack 2s, 83. That's fine, we can move on. Piping, finish. Come on, you should be done. And it's done. Good. All right, next will be... They want us to do high voltage energy grid. So that's what we're going to research. And that gives us power line, power pole, transformer, boiler, and steam turbine. That's what we need. Good. Cool. And that's going to do its thing. Good. In the meantime, I'm going to go and grab a whole bunch more platforms. Oh, not that much. Hang on. I do transfer just a stack with shift. Okay, good. And I'm going to extend down there because obviously there's pipes. So there's water. No doubt that's what we're going for. All right, now I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing here down by the water. Doesn't this look pretty nice? There's the Minecraft mountain. Yeah, it does look very cool. Very nice indeed. All right, so I built another crusher. I have it feeding out whatever it's feeding out. And this is going into storage. It's the xenoferrite ignium ore blend. We're getting some of that stored. Nice. But what do we use that for? So, under metallurgy, yes, we need one of those in a smelter to make steel. So let's do that then. We'll have that come out. Throw a belt down. And what is that? Definitely shouldn't be there. And I think I have a smelter or two available. Put that right there. And pop an input into it. And then change this to an output. So we're going to come around here. Configure this to make beams. Need to be made in a smelter. Oh gosh. Alright, morning. I don't think I made spare smelters. Yep, but we will have them shortly. There's one. And another one, and Pop that in there. And that is automatically making steel. Perfect. At a rate of 10 per minute. Okay, so these are making 20 per minute. These are making 10 per minute from 10 input. So I could actually put a few more smelters down. And maybe I'll do that. So there's one and another. That in there, that in there. Belts down in there. There you go. Alright, and this is also going to go into a box. Grab the belts, take them over here. There, 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 and there. One more belt. Change these to outputs. And one more going in here. That is an input. And we are getting steel beams. Nice. Let's see how we're doing for power right now. Ooh, max output. Okay, we need another one of these. So let's put one in. So easy way to select instead of trying to go through your menus is actually just to look at something, press Q, and it queues up what you want. So that's pretty cool. All right, and I can do the same here. Q, put that in. Boom. Intake. There we go. Grid stats. Good. Okay, so this green line at the top shows how much you're making or how much you're able to make, and this line shows how much you're actually using. So we were using slightly more than what was being created, which is good. Okay, we're back up and running again efficiently. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how things work in this game, so I'm not automating absolutely everything that I could be. I've got the important things like the platforms and the belts, but the intakes, that kind of thing, I'm not doing. There's also small pieces because like this machine over here is doing the machinery parts, but there are a couple of other small things that if we look in here, like, okay, well there are now advanced machinery parts, which use machinery parts, I think. Yep, 2 machinery parts and steel to make those. There's also the wire coil and the electronic components that I need to automate as well, because they're going to go into things that we need, that we could maybe keep a stack of. Like smelters, maybe assemblers, possibly, I don't know if I want to keep a stack of drone miners, I don't think it's necessary. But then, yeah, things like the loaders and the second lane loaders and the conveyor balances, well, we're not going to need too many of those, I don't think, but yeah. Those type of things. And then now that we've got pipes and intakes, we're going to probably want to automate pipes, which means we're going to have to bring stuff over. So I have made this all nice and compact, not thinking that I'm going to end up with a bit of conveyor belt spaghetti, because I'm going to have to push things over the top. Like I've already tried to pull this Technum out. I can. I mean, it's possible, but that's, I suppose it's acceptable-ish, not ideal. We are approaching completion of the high voltage energy grid research. That was a mouthful. And we have good stock. All right, so what I might do now, just while we're waiting for things to happen, is I do have things coming through. So I might put an assembler here and do those coils, the wire coils and the electronic components, get them done. I don't think it's necessary, but I am going to leave a gap between the machines. It is very convenient that you can just point at something and it brings it through. All right, and the belt makes much faster, much faster. All right, so we're going to configure this one to do the coils. Good, that's making the coils. Now the coils will have to go into another machine. So I don't think it's used anywhere else really, so I'm not sure. Let's just have a... No, you can't really tell if it's used anywhere else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it straight into the next machine. Oh yes, high voltage energy is done. It's unlocked. Good. All right, so this needs Technum rods and wire coils. Okay, wire coils are actually used in power lines and ore scanners. All right, it does look like I'm going to have to keep a storage of them. So we'll do the same thing that we've done. Storage box. Put it right over there. Have another storage box over here for these. We'll do these small, I don't need it to reach out too far. So we'll do that there and that there, and we're going to do an output on this side. I wonder if it splits them equally. I'm just going to put that one right next to that. Okay, so this one we are going to do electronic components, technum rods, and the wire coil. So this will be an output. That will be an input of the wire. And then we need a long one over here, which will be the input for the technum rods. To rotate there and there. And then this will also go into there. How are we doing? Oh wait, this has got to be changed to an output. And so does the one on the other side. Oh, that's already an output. Good. So that's making stuff. Yes, we've got stuff being made. And then we want to grab one of those. Come on. This. Put that in over there. Belt that across to there. And set this as an output. There we go. So those are now done. We have a little bit of a storage of coils. We have a bit of storage of electronic components. And I'm going to have to scale this up a lot. Why is this empty? What are we supposed to be doing here? Oh, it's just because these machines are taking everything that's being produced, which is fine because I don't need this, whatever this stuff is. Yeah, the xenoferrite ignium ore blend I don't need for anything else, I don't think. It's just going to make steel, and we have steel. Excellent, I'll grab a stack of that. Because we need to make pipes and stuff. And we need to make power lines, and let's go and see what else we can do. Power lines, power poles, transformers. I think I understand what this is going to do. So this is going to create high voltage power that you don't need platforms to bring. You can bring it via a power pole, drop a transformer onto a platform, and it will feed that platform. And the power will be coming from a boiler, which will take in water, boil it, and steam turbine will produce the power. That seems pretty logical, but also a pretty good place to end this episode. And we will do that in the next episode, because right now we're not struggling for power. We have enough. Yeah, we're doing very well. But this also means that we can separate bases or production areas or factories or whatever you want to call them without having to put platforms down. We'll be able to transfer power between them via power line. That's very cool. But we have progressed quite a bit in this episode. I'm going to do some more stuff between episodes, do some more figuring out. I'm going to also carry on doing researches, especially the kind of lower end stuff, the tier 1 science packs. I'll just keep doing those. Stairs sound good. That means we can go double story. The bases are going to be amazing. All right. But yeah, I'll get all of these sort of level 1 things out of the way. There's a conveyor too, which uses Science Pack 2s. So I have a few small things that only need Science Pack 1. In fact, I believe it's only these two. These are the last two. All right, cool. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think so far. Actually had quite a good response to the first episode, so I'm hoping that continues. But yeah, it's a new game. It is in early access. I'm learning it. I'm sure my bases will be very different. The way it works is you can rip things down and you get those resources back or the machines back in your inventory. So it's not a bad thing. You can build, you can learn. And if you need to expand, like I haven't set this up to expand this basic resources section very much. If you need to change it so that you can make things bigger, then yeah, you just rip it out and rebuild it. It's very cool, actually. I quite like how forgiving it is. But thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.